Hey everyone, I'm here today with Phixion, just doing a quick interview for him. If you haven't checked him out yet, after this, you should definitely check out his stream and YouTube and Raid Focus, and all of those links are going to be below the video. So now that I've actually gotten a chance to say what we're doing, do you want to just take a quick second to introduce yourself, Phixion?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Phixion. So I am, I guess, a raid content creator slash streamer. I also created and own raidfocus.com, which was, we'll get into that in a little bit, I guess, as to what raidfocus.com is. And yeah, I've been playing Raid for, I think, about 110 days I'm on now. And I've been streaming for the past 3 months, and yeah, I just really enjoy being part of the community.
So you said you've been streaming for 2 months now. Was that what you had said?
Three months, I
3 months.
think I've
Okay, I
been
missed it.
streaming. Yeah,
Uh,
end of May I started streaming. So
okay. So before we get too far into this, so obviously you're doing a 24-hour stream. So YouTube doesn't necessarily know this unless they've seen any of my other videos. But why are you doing this today?
okay, I'm basically currently 7 hours into a 24-hour stream. The goal of the stream is to raise money and awareness for Macmillan Cancer Support, which is a charity which is geared around helping people out with who are going through cancer treatment, and also supporting their families, obviously through quite a difficult time. The reason that it's so close to my heart is that my girlfriend's actually going through treatment at the moment for cancer. She was diagnosed about 4 years ago with a grade 2 brain tumor, which she went initially into an operation for and they removed. About a year and a half later, that came back as a grade 3 tumor. And then she went through a year of chemotherapy and radiotherapy up until about 6 months ago, when they found out that the radiotherapy and chemotherapy was no longer working, and the cancer was growing back. And yeah, in 2 weeks' time, she'll be going into surgery for the third time. And I thought that this was a nice way for me to be able to make use of the platform that I've got on Twitch to raise some awareness and money for the cause, and hopefully build a bit of I guess backing from the raid community to raise money and awareness.
So it's really cool, first of all, that you're even able to do this. Has it been successful so far? Like, how's the stream gone?
It's gone okay, yeah. Within the first 4 hours, so my initial goal when I started the stream was £100 UK, which is I guess like what, $120 US. And as far as I was concerned, I would have been happy with that. Given 24 hours of my time to raise £100 for a good cause, I'd be more than happy to do that. However, we're currently 7 hours in, and I'm sat at £2,864. So what's that, like $3,000?
Yeah, so you've completely destroyed your goal.
Yeah.
So for anyone that's watching in the future, can you put that into perspective? Is this normal for this group to be raising this amount of money through streams?
I've learned very much so to never underestimate the raid community. It is the most insane community and the most supportive community that I've ever been a part of. I'm still trying to get over the fact that of what's happened tonight, and I'm not even halfway into my stream.
So have you had to start looting the energy drinks yet, or are you still being able to ride high off the energy of the donations and just the support you're getting from the community?
So I've opened a can of Coke, but aside, and I've drank one coffee. But aside from that, I'm absolutely fine.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether I'll still be in this situation in 3 hours time, but right now I'm good. I'm good.
So this was a good time to hop on and ask you some questions then.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought I was going to be more tired, to be honest, at this point, but the whole stream so far has just been a bit of a blur. I mean, it's insane. Uh, I've got no words for how supportive the community are and how much it means to me. I was saying in the stream a minute ago that I can't quite sort of I guess, visualize that this is an actual real thing at the moment. At the moment, I thought I was going to be talking, thanks for the £10 donation or something like that. Which there are loads of £10 donations, and that's not to talk them down at all because any donation is a great donation. But sat here looking at people dropping 500, 200, things like that all at once is just insane.
So obviously you're a raid streamer and content creator. How are you doing this for 24 hours? I think that's something a lot of people kind of want to know. Like, how can you play raid for 24 hours
Well,
without
initially,
spending the same amount of money you're raising, right?
well, yeah, I mean that's a fair point. I had stocked up quite a lot of energy myself. However, um, two very kind contributors to my stream, William Conan Scooter, actually asked to log into my account not long ago, actually, and they literally bought every single pack on my account. Um, So I've gone from being a very low spender to a complete whale in the space of about 45 minutes. But the whole idea was that I would be able to log on other people's accounts. Loads of people in the community have been storing energy and things like that for me to jump on and play their accounts. I was on William Cohn's account and Scooter's account whilst they were um, completely obliterating the in-game store in my account and showcasing some of their stuff. I mean, William Cohn's got probably one of the most mind-blowing arena teams I've ever seen, and Scooter's got probably the most progressed account that I've ever seen for somebody who's only been playing for 50 days. So having a look through their accounts and playing around with them, it's been fun as well.
So this is it's going to be a bit of a ongoing thing, trying to interview some of the content creators in the community. And actually, the real reason I reached out to you at first is you are the founder of RaidFocus.com. So do you want to just talk about what Raid Focus is for a minute?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Raid Focus was created as a part of an event which the content creators put together back in May, which was the Affinity Cup. And basically, it was a Polarium backed competition between 8 content creators within the community where they would each be given an affinity and they would be scored against each other over 3 weeks. Now, at the time, I was a moderator in Hell Hades' chat, and I messaged him because I've got a background of web design and things like that. And I messaged him saying, how cool would it be to have a scoreboard which people could log on to and view and things like that for throughout the Affinity Cup? To which basically Hal Hades told me that, yes, it would be a great idea. However, um, tomorrow morning, Polarium are going to message out on all of their social media about this event, and they're going to be promoting it. So if we're going to build a website for it, we literally need to turn it around tonight and have it ready in the morning for people to be able to see. Now, Hell Hades is a very fair guy, and his opinion was that that was impossible to do. However, I stayed up until 6 o'clock in the morning that night to build something which we could get out to go out with the promotion for the Affinity Cup, and somehow we managed to achieve it. But yeah, and that was basically how Raid Focus came about. Since the Affinity Cup ended, I wanted to find a way to build it into more of a community website, I guess, rather than just focused on the Affinity Cup. And that's why I've introduced the new global scoreboards, which are based around speedrunning dungeons, basically.
So what's the community response to Raid Focus been? Obviously, the Affinity Cup was pretty well received in general by the community, but how is the scoreboard feature now looking for you?
Yeah, so I've actually done very little in terms of promoting the scoreboards, because what I wanted to do was start it small and build on it before I started pushing it out and promoting it. But I mean, I'm getting probably 3 or 4 submissions per day. Each of the scoreboards has probably got up to about 20 submissions on them for each of the dungeons. And yeah, I feel like there's still a lot of improvement that I want to make with the site, but I guess the adoption of it into the community has been pretty positive so far. But I do need to make more of an effort to push it out there more. The site's still getting a mass amount of traffic from like Google searches and stuff like that. And I am still getting regular submissions. People are trying to compete against each other and things like that, and it's really cool to be a part of creating a competitive side of the game.
So you said that there's a lot that you want to do with it going forward. Do you have any concrete plans of what you would like Raid Focus to become?
I mean, we've talked about things. So on the Saffron Man's weekly podcast last week, I was sort of spitballing ideas with Rufus, and he has had ideas about clan versus clan competition and stuff like that. And we talked briefly on the podcast about a way to build a site around that sort of thing. Now, it would take a lot of work for me to do that on my own. But if we had a team of people working on it, it would be a lot more achievable and a lot quicker to do it. So yeah, it's possibly that will be the next step. But it's early days at the moment.
So you've talked a lot about the community and how you feel about the community in general, especially Raid, and the tonight especially how you feel about them. How much of it is that you're a producer of content for Raid because you love the game, and how much of it is because you love the community?
I would say the initial reason that I started streaming was because I enjoyed the game. The reason that I stayed was for the community. So the community as a whole is incredible here. I've played multiple online games. I've spent 15 years playing World of Warcraft at a fairly competitive level. I've run guilds for years in World of Warcraft, and I don't know, just join. All you have to do, I think, it's all well and good sort of telling somebody how good the community is, but without actually jumping into a Twitch chat and getting involved in the community and seeing things like that, you can't experience just how good this community is. It's positive vibes everywhere.
So I didn't have anything else specific planned. Um,
Okay.
are there any other interactions that you've had with the community that really stand out to you that you'd like to talk about?
I mean, it's difficult really, because I mean, even from day one. So my first day streaming. So before I even thought about streaming Raid, obviously I'd created RaidFocus.com. Saffron asked me to come onto his stream and have a chat with him, like a mini interview. And things like that, just to let people get to know me, I guess, because obviously I'd done all the work for Raid Focus, but nobody knew who I was within the community. So I went on Saffron's stream and I had an interview with him. And on the back of that, we basically talked in the interview, and I said, well, what I'll do is I'll stream tomorrow night, so that people can jump in and they can ask me questions and give me ideas about raidfocus.com, and come up with some ideas as to how we can grow it and stuff like that. Now, I never intended to become almost like a full-time streamer. I still do work. I'm not a full-time streamer, but from that day, I had such a dramatic, I guess, interaction with the community that I then streamed the next day and the day after that and the day after that, to the point where I now stream 5 days a week, and I have done for 3 months. And I say to my stream every time that I go live, I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for subs. I don't do this for any clout online or anything like that. I do it because it's a break from what's going on in my real life. Um, and the community here are just such chill people. It's just a nice community to hang out with, and I love to be able to provide a platform for people to jump in and chat and meet new people and brainstorm ideas, because I think Raid lacks everybody knows to an extent, depending on where you are in the game, the level's different, but Raid lacks, I guess, a lot of content for the late game players. For the free to play players, you're limited on the amount of stuff that you can do because of your resources, and things like that. So having the interaction is such a massive thing, and it's really what makes this game what it is.
So, unless you have anything else, I think this is a good place to wrap up for tonight.
Yeah.
Um, is there anyone in specific in the community you want to give a shout out to, other than obviously the community as a whole and everyone that has uh, helped the fundraising tonight?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think there's any one person that I could particularly sort of single out, because there's been so many people that have been a part of this sort of journey to get to where I am, and everybody who's donated to the stream and things like that. But I guess my brothers basically backed up my stream the entire way through, so obviously shout out to Never. The people who have smashed massive donos into my stream and things like that. The names I said earlier: Scooter, William Cohn, the Dark. People who have helped me grow to where I am now. Hell Hades and the Saffron Man have been massive supporters of my stream. Zuzu as well has been a massive supporter, and they're just people who, as I said, make the community what it is and make it worth logging onto and keep playing and grinding away at. Oh, I can't believe I've just seen in my chat. I can't believe I missed Taco, because Taco initially was somebody who donated to my chat, and he was a subscriber to my chat. But since he's actually become a very close friend of mine, he helps me out in the game because I'm still, missing so much information about it. But yeah, Taco is a massive person that I need to shout out as well.
All right. Well, I think this was great. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully,
Yeah,
this was a good break for you.
yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good. Thank you, man.
Um, so, this is Phixion. Like I said, everything about him will be below the stream: his Twitch, his YouTube, Raid Focus. And again, I stream every single night at 7 Central Time, and that is right at the daily reset. So, come hang out with me whenever you guys get the chance.